Okay, so last time we left off, you guys had descended into this dungeon once again in one of these mountain sanctums from the old world. Initially encountering an arena where you fought a number of assailants, including 2 knights that wielded some magical powers, followed by a wyvern that, after a desperate fight, was teleported out by Dale. So that you guys didn't have to kill it. After that, you guys kind of had a talk to both Dale and Kainir, who were guys that had come in from above, seemingly kind of opposite directions, but had met in the middle. And you guys are currently exploring the facility with them. The kind of alarm's been set off. The guys know you're there, but they've locked the doors behind them, so you can't get to them. And yeah, you're currently making through the rooms. You may go through. You talk to a Nothik for a little bit. Just had some interesting conversations with it. And
yeah, we did.
Yeah. Yeah, you went through the next room, which had like a balcony onto this kind of large foundry / kind of forge area, pouring this kind of strange colour metal. The next room was like a bunch of computers, essentially, which you managed to gather some information. Dale stayed in there for a bit and collected some more. The next room was a room full of vats with this kind of like viscous reddish fluid that's translucent. And you saw a number of vultures, dirks, and these kind of large, long-armed, furred creatures growing inside. But one of the vats was smashed, broken. Some of the fluid still pooled in the half cylinder, and on the floor you saw bits of shattered glass, blood, and more of the red fluid leading out of the room in wet footprints, which is currently the room you're about to enter.
Good.
So, yeah, that's where we left off. Heads up for podcast listeners, Steph's not here, so I guess I'm controlling those people now. Actually, that's the point. Does anyone else want to like control those characters? Because it's both Smook and Reaver.
Oh, your character sheets.
Which one do you want to use? Because I'm not going to offload both of them to one person because that seems like a bit much.
I'd like to first make.
All right. If you go, actually, which chat is it in? One of the chats has like an image that I made, which is his stat block. It might be above all the gifs. It is.
Opening. Okay.
I'll post it again. There you go. Yeah, he currently doesn't have his hawk strike because his hawk's off investigating something. And hasn't come back yet. Whether it knows how to get back, that's unlikely, but we'll see. Yeah, alright. I can probably handle Reaver unless anyone else wants to have a go.
No. I'm alright, thanks.
Okay. In that case, we will continue with the session. So, yes. Alright, so you open the door into the next room, and you can see like these kind of wet and bloody footprints tracking across the floor towards the opposite end of the room, which is also a door. But they kind of like get more and more faint as it heads on. The room itself has a number of cells on one side, half of which are empty, half of which are kind of filled with a number of creatures. You can see at first glance.
Dunno.
Yeah, the kind of like there's many cells on the right side and a couple cells on the left side, and beyond the cells on the left side you can see kind of this drop off. The wall disappears. And you can see this kind of like foggy kind of abyss. You can't really see much beyond that. In the cells, so kind of going from where you are to the opposite end of the room, you can see the slumped skeleton of a dirk in one of the cells, still with its helmet and rifle.
Hey, weren't we in a cell block and we saw an Othic?
You were before. There seems to be quite a lot of them in this place.
Okay.
These ones seem to be more populated though. The one before had like 2 or 3 creatures in it. This one seems to have a whole bunch of the boys. Yeah, there's, in the couple cells down from that, there is a group of like person-sized, like rust-colored beetles that are like about 4 of them that are chewing into the wall.
That sounds horrible. That sounds awful.
Scuttling around. Hang on, let's see if I can find an image of them because they look pretty cool. Hang on.
Could I do a nature check to see what it is? They are, sorry.
Give me a second. I'm gonna grab the image first because they look fun.
They sound horrible.
Yeah, sure. Make a check. Nature check. Yeah, nature check. Yeah, the chitinous kind of like things with these large feelers, and this kind of barbed tail.
5.
I don't
I'll
like
do.
it.
I'll do a nature check as well.
Yeah,
Because that's what
no
Krook's
fucking
good at. Not. I got a 9. I'm guessing I don't know either.
Probably not. No. Reaver, what's her nature bonus? Proficiencies. Nature. 0. Okay, so she might have an inkling. Lucifer, you making a check or you just don't care?
I'm alright.
Alright. Reaver kind of like dimly recollects, but doesn't quite know what they're called.
Hey, I can roll for Snick, can't I?
You can do, yeah.
It's got +6. 15.
15. Okay. I'm not sure what Snick would call them because he probably wouldn't call them with their actual name. I think he probably just referred to them as scuttlers.
Right.
But yeah, no, he's like, he just kind of was like, we tend to stay away from this. Yeah, he basically like kind of confers to you that they tend to like if you leave them alone, they'll kind of just do their own thing. And that's what the kobolds tend to do. He's never actually like gone up and poked one.
Right.
There is in one cell there are just a kind of one of the kind of grey white crates you've seen around the facility, mainly in the last one.
Crates.
And yeah, you see a few cells down from that. You see a kind of this large, like pretty big actually. This I want to say maybe the size of. How big it could be? It's probably like at least as tall as Krook, and it's kind of this iridescent shell that seems to be sitting in this cell. The cells are of like varying size. Some of them seem to be kind of like 5 foot across, some are like 10. But they all have these. They're partitioned by regular walls, but they have these shimmering energy barriers and the panels on the walls like before. A few cells down from that, you see a. Oh, fucking Tom's dead. Who's back?
Returned.
Tom?
Yes.
Okay.
Come back.
Having internet problems or?
It's having a time like it normally does.
Okay. Yeah, so a couple cells down from the shell, you see a pair of humanoids. One, they're both in like loose clothing. They don't seem to have any like equipment with them. One is pacing, another one is kind of like sat in the corner, back up against the wall. The one pacing is they're kind of like ochre skin, kind of strange facial features. They're quite slim and kind of almost kind of gangly, but they are like well muscled. They've kind of got this shock of black hair that's kind of tied up in braids. In the corner, there's a elven woman with blue skin, with this kind of short, kind of greenish coloured hair. And when they see you, they kind of both look up and kind of they can't really they kind of try and see whether or not you're here to they're kind of seeing what you're here to do, because they're kind of like they've not seen you guys before.
Right.
So, sorry, just to recap, there's a cell with dead Dirk, a cell with scuttlers, a cell with crates, and a cell with 2 different humanoids.
Yes, and there's another cell with a beyond that which has a cute, like a hunched figure in these filthy black rags that faces the wall.
Okay.
Let's go and talk to the humanoids.
Hmm.
Yeah, the kind of tall, ochre-skinned guy kind of puts one hand up against the wall and kind of says, "Are you here to torment us or free us?"
Neither.
We are not allied with this cult, so I suppose it is our duty to free you.
Then do so.
Don't just do this. This guy seems janky.
Does Krook say that out loud?
No.
Okay.
No.
I ask who they are first.
The elven woman in the corner kind of says, "My name's Nalu. This is Tropos. We were heading through the mountain pass and we got jumped."
Do I see any lie?
Do you see any lie?
I mean, can I roll an insight check to see if
can
she's
do,
telling the truth?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, she came. She found out. I've only just found out.
Okay. Give me a second because I need to check the thing. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the one. God, I've named everything very similar. This is kind of awkward to look at. Okay, I did his one, not the other one. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, so 16 is enough. You kind of see these. They don't seem to be lying. They seem kind of like a little bit. They were dejected before, but you can see they're kind of more hopeful, but still kind of wary of you guys. Yeah, and you can see kind of like they look like the woman's wearing like regular clothes. Seems to be like, but the guy seems to be like wearing like the clothes he's wearing looks like the kind of stuff you'd wear under armor.
Right.
And neither of them have their shoes either. They seem to be have lots of their stuff been confiscated or lost. You don't know.
Right, they seem alright. Everyone okay for letting them out?
Man, I forget that fucking Kanye and Dale are here. But yeah. Yeah, Dale's like fuck. Man, sorry. Hearing my voice back is really disconcerting. Especially when I'm trying to do talking and stuff. Yeah, Dale's like, these guys have obviously not. Well, if they've been locked up by the cult, they can't be against us. Hopefully. And yeah, the kind of ochre-skinned man looks and kind of like eyeing you up. but doesn't say anything. Is Lucifer or
Um,
Dale letting these guys out, by the way? Or are you letting them out, for one?
I thought I was laying them out.
You don't have the means to do so.
Good points. Lucifer? Lucifer? To do the honors?
Lucifer, really?
It's a good name! Makes sense.
Maybe I will let him out. Maybe I won't. Who knows?
Dale kind of like rolls her eyes, and you see kind of like the floating kind of metal object that's been hovering around her kind of flies in, and you can see this kind of like projection come out of the lens, and the color of the cell, like the panel on the cell, kind of flicks from like blue to green, and you can see the energy barrier dissolves. And yeah, Tropos comes out and kind of gives Dale a curt nod before kind of looking around, and kind of looks to the elven woman and says, "Nello, do you remember where they brought us from?" And she kind of shrugs. It's like, "No, we were pretty out of it at the time." What are you doing here?
I'm saying that's what, sorry.
Yes.
We are adventurers. At least I gesture to I've forgotten your guy's name. Is Tom? He's muted.
Tom is muted, yeah.
Lucifer and
Crook.
we are adventurers.
Yep.
This is the Guardian. Gesture at Ale. And this is Kanye. We all have our different goals, but we are currently united in exterminating this cult for one reason or another.
Yep.
He kind of like squints his eyes and nods at you, and is like, "Then I stand with you." And the woman kind of is like, "Well, he's difficult to persuade once he's off on the warpath, so I guess I'm with you too."
Right.
Do you know the way out of this place?
Know of a way out, but we have not finished exploring yet.
Have you come across any I don't know, storage areas where they might be holding our things?
Well, there is some crates in that cell over there. That could be where we check next.
Perhaps. Yeah, and you see kind of like you see Tropos kind of grit his teeth and it's like, "Those bastards took my sword. Never be without that sword. Not once. None of my
Yes,
1,000 years."
Wow, this guy's old.
Yeah, he doesn't look old, by the way. He looks like, I mean, it's difficult to tell because you don't think you've seen this kind of race before.
Yeah.
But he looks kind of relatively young, like mid 30s maybe.
What does he look like, Jake? So he's humanoid.
He is humanoid, yeah. I'm gonna try. And
I'm
see if I can
assuming
find-
he's some kind of elemental again.
He's not Genasi, that's for sure. Or he's not doesn't look like a Genasi you've ever seen before. Hang on, I'll try to find an image. Trying to see if I can find one without like gear, but I think that's gonna be hard pressed to do that. Yeah. So yeah, he's not wearing any of the armor that this guy has, and his kind of getup is a lot more simple. He's wearing like a regular shirt. He seems to be more kind of kitted out for insulation against the cold, but
Alright.
he kind of looks a bit like this guy.
Oh, I know who he is now. Well, what he is.
I don't think Burial does, though.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah, whatever.
He's a strange-looking fellow.
He is indeed. Give me a second. I just want to see if Kaine knows what this guy is, because he may have seen one on his adventures. What the fuck is his... Okay. Bonus to that is not much. Alright. Yeah, kind of looks like he kind of vaguely recognizes what it is, but doesn't say anything. He's like, it doesn't seem certain.
Right.
But yeah.
Right. Can we? What does what's the elven lady look like? Do we have a picture for her?
Unfortunately, no. I don't think I've got an image of her that I can give you. There's no official artwork for her, I don't think. Or if there is, it's not like a very easy one to isolate.
All right. Let's check the room with the crates now.
Okay. So you open the door, and I'd like you guys to make an investigation check. Around. I'd also like to know your past perceptions. I know Ruben's
14.
like 21.
Right, 14 for me, and investigation. I got a 14 as well. Excellent.
My investigation check was 23, and my passive perception is 13.
Okay. Tom, what did you say your roll was?
I got 14 for the roll, and my passive perception's 14.
Okay, so double 14s.
Yes.
Lucifer?
13. Yeah.
Okay. So, I also want to roll for Reaver. Who,
Yeah.
not very investigaty, but very perceivy.
Should I roll for Smick?
I think there's only so much space in the cell. I think there's only
Okay.
pretty much only you guys can get in there. But yeah, hang on, I need to grab a thing real quick. But yeah, as you run around the cell, there's a couple boxes here. And the first one you pry open seems to be filled with. It has like a couple backpacks in it, which Tropos and Nalu kind of snatch up. Seem to be these Lego packs, but it's not their whole stuff. Where's the damn page? Okay. Where is he? There he is. Okay. But as you're kind of investigating around, Reaver kind of like is eyeing one of the crates up suspiciously, and then you watch his eyes go wide, and just kind of points like, "Don't fucking touch that!" And you guys are not surprised, as we're about to roll initiative, as one of the crates unhinges, revealing rows and rows of teeth.
Knew it.
You see greedy eyes appear from the top as it kind of warps and twists. So yeah,
Alright.
I'd like you guys to roll initiative.
Okay then.
Is Smick's initiative just as Dax?
No, Smick's initiative is Reaver's initiative.
Oh, okay.
She goes on the same turn.
Come on.
Oof.
Right. Rolling now then for initiative.
I got a 12.
I got a 22.
Nice.
The wonders of +6 to initiative.
Cool. And then I'm gonna roll I don't think many of these people are going to get a turn. Depends how this goes. Dex bonuses. And then Reva rolled surprisingly low, given that she was the person that pointed this out, which is great.
Let's see.
And then I might as well roll for the other two as well. We're not going to do much, but we'll see. Okay. Da 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 da. They're going to go in the same turn. Man, I just realised the fucking number of people in this fucking thing.
You have no one to blame but yourself.
I know. That's the issue. Alright, Krook, you're going first as he watches this small crate
Oh, hold on.
grows fucking teeth and sneers at you.
Happens all the time. Right, okay. Right then, I will actually hold on. So, how many of them are there?
Currently you only see one.
Okay, because I want to be careful because I've already used rage. I've only got 2 left, so
It's probably not a good idea to.
I only get them back.
yourself.
I only get them back on long rests as well, rages. I'm not
Didn't
going
we
to
have
rage
a
out.
long rest before?
Nah,
It's a
sure.
short rest,
Right.
but I kept misspeaking, so
All right then. Okay, I'm not gonna rage. I'm just gonna go for a standard hit with Star Splinter.
Alright.
Right. Okay. And I rolled a 19, so that is a
That's a hit.
25 then. Yes. Right.
easily.
Yeah, quite
This thing is a
easily.
box.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
Thing
bad if
is a
Crit managed to
box.
miss that. Okay, first d6 is a 3. Second one is a 5. 8, 8, and then 8 plus 6, 14 plus the d4. I got a 4, that is.
Spending charges.
Oh, yeah. You know what, I will actually. Yeah, I'll spend a charge.
How many charges you got left at the moment?
I think I'm on full since the rest, I think.
You don't get them back on short rests, you get them back on long rests.
Hold on. I've written it down. Yeah, okay, I'm on 3. Yeah, so now, yeah, I'm on 3 now. I'd used 1 before that. Right, I rolled a 3, so that's 17 damage in total.
Nice. Yeah, you kind of plunge the sword into this thing, and you can it takes effort to pull it back out as you kind of feel the viscous adhesive nature of this creature. So you said 17 damage, correct? Where's my fucking calculator? Actually, I'll just total that up. I can't be asked to subtract anymore. I'm just going to total up and see if I'll let you know when it exceeds. Alright. So, with that, after you it's the 2 guys you just lay out, but I'm not sure there's much they can do, because I don't have the stuff on them.
Can punch it.
Just kick it.
He might well do that. Just give me a minute. Gotta find page. Okay, so he is. Alright, so he's gonna go first, I think. He doesn't have a sword, which is a shame. So I think he's just gonna Yeah, he's just gonna try and kick it as hard as fucking possible. We'll see how that goes. So. Fuck, okay. Yeah, no, he misses. He tries to like get a hit in, but there's so many people crowded around, like he can't get close enough. And then Nello, what can she do? Stuff is the answer. Right, she has. Again, doesn't have a weapon on her at the moment, so I think she might. Yeah, she's gonna do that for now. I'll look up a spiel real quick. Yeah, you watch as she kind of like puts a hand on Tropos' shoulder and kind of closes her eyes for a second, and you watch as both of them kind of shift and blur, kind of sit down on phase. Yeah.
That's something then.
Okay. Yep. So that's their turn. It's now Dale's turn, but there's loads of fucking people in the way, so I'm not sure she can actually do much. She's gonna ready action when she gets a clear shot. Kaina's gonna do the same thing. Burial, it's your turn.
I'm gonna. Can I step back without getting hit by, a box?
You're currently next to it, so unless you use your action to disengage, no.
Come on. Okay. If I use Firebolt, it'll be disadvantaged because it's ranged, right?
Yes.
Oh, I have a different option. I'm going to create a bonfire under the mimic.
Okay, let deck save. Hello?
Oh, yeah, they have to make a deck save.
Okay.
Oh, cool beans.
What is your spell save TC?
15.
It passes.
Right.
So yeah, as you try and like kind of muster this kind of fire under it, it kind of sees what you're doing, and it kind of smothers the magic. Actually, no, it doesn't end the spell, does it? So I think it just dodges it out of the way. Yeah, you kind of like see it kind of slip and merge out of the, avoiding the flames for this round. You have a bonus action left if you wish to use it.
And stab the guy.
You know what?
I'm going to try and stab the guy.
You've used your
It's
action
my
already,
dagger.
so you can't.
Yeah, never mind then. Yes, I can't actually do anything then. Never mind.
Alright, in that case, it is the Mimic's turn. And Bear's the only thing that's tried to attack it so far, so it's going to try and get you. However, I think that misses. I'm guessing an 8 doesn't hit. Yeah, you see it kind of like try and like lash out and bite you, but you manage to sidestep at the last minute and dodge its gnashing jaws. That's its turn. Reaver's turn. I think she's gonna try and stab it with a rapier. Which is not great, but she's got a decent bonus to hit, so we'll see. Okay, she hits exactly, thankfully. Which is, and because people stand next to her, she gets sneak attack. I believe there's 2d6 at this point. Oh, should we move it? $15, okay. This thing is looking very unhappy. It's like starting to lose cohesion. You can see kind of like the box shape is kind of like shifting, kind of blurring as it tries to hold itself together. Lucifer, it's your turn.
I want to use Toll of the Dead on it.
Alright, wisdom saving.
Wait, Smick needs to have a go.
Smick does have a go, yes.
Uh,
His weapon is ranged though, so he will have disadvantage if he attempts to shoot it.
because of pack tactics, it's just advantage.
That's
It's just roll. Sorry.
just roll, yeah.
Uh,
10 misses, unfortunately.
So
It kind of fires the arrow, and the crate like warps around it and dodges the shot. So wisdom save. It got a 19 on its wisdom save.
Great.
You've got a bonus action.
Not gonna do anything.
All right. So Krook, it's your turn again. Back to initiative. You muted still. Tom.
Tommy boy,
unnamed Tom.
Crook.
What was that?
Didn't realise I was muted. Sorry. Right.
I
okay.
told you you fucking muted, man.
We told you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Standard strike with Snarl Splinter. Okay, that is a 24.
24 hits.
Hit. Okay. First d6. 3 again. Second one. A 4. 7. 8. 6. Yeah, 14 damage. I'm not gonna spend a charge.
All right. This thing kind of like makes this weird kind of hissing, screeching noise as you plunge the blade into it, but it's still kicking.
Okay. Actually, no, I just realised I have a bonus action because I'm not using rage.
You do.
I've got an idea. Can I try and grapple it with my my hawk?
Is that? Hang on, let me check what the rules on that are. Because this is literally the first time you ever used it.
It is, yeah. Just
Alright.
because raging is a bonus action, so it's frenzy. So I don't know when a chance to use it.
Okay, it's gonna make a dex save. Which it passes with an 18. Okay, on a success, the creature takes half plus damage and isn't grappled. Okay, so roll 1d4 plus 1 and halve it.
1d4 plus 1, a 2 plus 1, so 2. Yeah, 2 damage.
We rolled. We round down in D&D, so that's 1 damage.
Oh yeah, I know. I just realised now. I have used it before. I used it on a dirt cultist, and I dragged him off a platform when he broke his neck.
I don't
That
remember
was the one.
Sure.
That was I remember the time we encountered those guys with like the cannons,
Maybe.
the rocket launchers. Yeah, I remember. I dragged one down. He broke his neck. That's the only time I've ever used it, I think.
Quite possibly. Tropos, realizing that he can't really be effective without a weapon, is gonna search around the room to see if he can find something he can improvise as a weapon. Real quick. He doesn't find anything though. And Nalo, both of them are still kind of like blurred and kind of shifting and wavering, like they're almost kind of difficult to watch. But I think they're going to. What can she do? She's going to probably give the help action to someone. A roll d4. Krook, your next attack roll will have advantage, as she's
Good.
kind of like distracting the creature.
Nice.
And Dale and Kleiner still can't do shit without like fucking cutting you guys up in the process, which they're looking frustrated about. They're kind of at the back, like guys, fucking. Beryl, it's your turn again.
We need to get some melees. Wait, bonfire. God, on the start of each of its turns, it needs to retake that deck save.
Alright. It's not the start of its next turn yet, though.
Right.
But it did have one last time, though, so I'll roll for that. It rolled a 10.
That's not good enough. That's 1d8.
1d.
Damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amazing.
You see, like, the flames beneath it are kind of like, once they are magical, they're struggling to kind of like ignite fully and kind of only slightly scorch it. However, it is your turn again, Burial. You still have the bonfire there.
I'm just going to try and firebolt.
Alright, you have disadvantage.
Do a roll twice. First. X. And 23. I'm guessing 7 doesn't hit.
7 does not hit, no. So yeah, once again, like this thing kind of like as it's biting at you, you can't quite like get like you're trying to maneuver into a way that like you'll hit it properly, but it's jumping around so much and kind of shifting around that it's difficult to pinpoint. And with that, it is its turn again.
It needs to make another saving throw.
It does. It fails.
E.
It's still gonna attack Krook though, because Krook
1d8.
is the chunkiest.
Blade damage.
Nice. It's not happy about that.
Fair enough.
Okay. It's gonna attempt to. Yeah, it's gonna try and bite you, Krook.
Cool.
It rolled a 15 to hit.
Just.
Okay. It sinks its jaws into your leg, and you're gonna take some damage.
Cool.
So yeah, as you kind of feel the teeth bite in, you can kind of like you feel both like the sharpness of the teeth, but also this kind of acidic burning as it sinks in, and it deals 18 points of damage to you.
That's surprisingly high. I wasn't expecting that much, to be honest.
I rolled close to maximum damage, so that's why. Luckily, that's not as grappling attacks, so you're still fine. But it did bite you. It's River's turn. She's going to attempt to give it the old stab,
the old step.
but she misses by 1, unfortunately. Smick.
I'm going to try and shoot again. Disadvantage. Oh no, just advantage.
It's a straight roll.
Yeah, straight roll. 1.
2 hits.
And the 3, 8, 4.
Ugh.
10 damage, nice. This thing is like almost fully lost cohesion. It's kind of warping, like it's kind of flicking between like being a box or like a chest. At one point, it looks like briefly like a chair, but it's still like the jaws and the eyes remain consistent, but the rest of it seems to be kind of like phasing in and out. Alright. Then it is Lucifer's turn.
I'm gonna tell the dead again.
Alright.
Can't really do much else.
It rolled a unnatural 20.
God damn it! I'm trying.
Doing melee cantrips, man.
But what's the point of using those?
Alright.
I have
that.
like only a few that actually damage.
Well, you've got Primal Savagery.
Well, yeah, but like you said before, like it was gelatinous and it's got acidic stuff, so I'm just like, I don't want to touch it.
That's fair.
Just saying.
Alright. Fruk, it's your turn. You have advantage on your attack.
Right.
Nalu is kind of poking at it with her foot and like distracting it.
Okay, we got an unnatural 20 and a unnatural 20. Cool, double 14.
Nice.
Right.
Owie.
36. A 4, second one, a 2, 7. That'll be a 13 damage on it.
13 damage. You kill it.
Good.
Yeah, so you bring your sword down through this thing, and you see kind of like it just kind of like dissolves in a puddle. Part of it kind of like seems to liquefy, the other part seems to kind of like solidify back into like the box, and you can kind of see a number of items spill out from it.
Yeah.
So I need to look up what you get. You're currently out of initiative
Okay.
because it was just.
I get rid of the bonfire.
Yeah, I'm guessing you cancel the bonfire because otherwise you're going to burn the stuff that's inside it. So yeah, rummaging around in its sticky remains. Is anyone looting, or are they leaving it for now?
I'll poke through the stuff using a mage hand,
Good
lift
idea.
it out and inspect it.
Yeah, you kind of see that the like as the mage hand passes through, you can see parts of it get like stuck to some of the creature, and like you have to shake the mage hand around a bit to get the like to come off. But yeah, you manage to scoop up a number of coins. You have the equivalent of 33 silver,
Mm.
and you also find a couple of things in there. You find a dagger, which I think. Okay, that's someone else's. Yeah, you find a dagger in there, which kind of looks. It's fairly plain looking. It's not like the sacrificial ones you've seen so far.
Okay.
You find. You find one of the these green syringes, which was amazed that it stayed intact. It's not quite as full as some of the other ones. It seems to be like some of it's been pushed out. But and you also find. Give me a second. A water skin.
Okay.
Yeah, this kind of like someone might have legit like thought this was a box and just put stuff in it. Without when it was sleeping or something like that, you don't know. But it does contain objects. The rest of the stuff in the room does contain the rest of the kit for the 2 boiks you picked up.
Yes.
Which they kind of like start strapping on armor. The Tropos kind of starts strapping on his armor. You can see he's got like this kind of half plate. So these kind of fairly simple. Like they seem to be not particularly fancy, but workable. And he pulls out this large, kind of ornate silver sword that
Oh wow.
is kind of that sword looks a lot like the one in the image, but a little less bejeweled. It's kind of the metalwork on the blade is kind of almost like a work of art.
Sorry, are you saying the one he has is more bejeweled?
No, it's less bejeweled.
There's
I
only
realise in
one
the image there's
jewel.
only got one jewel in it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not quite as finely crafted, but it's still very ornate. But still, it's not like a, what's the word? Like it's not ornamental. It looks like it's been used, and is like well maintained.
Right.
Whereas Nalu kind of dips in and she picks up a couple things from there. And she's got like a short sword and a couple of things, but she's got like a number of tools, which I'm not sure whether you recognise or not. They're kind of number of brushes, like hammers and various other things. But yeah, they kind of nod and kind of wait for your direction.
Is that everything that's in the crates?
Currently, yes, it was mostly their stuff.
Right. There's also a hunched figure, isn't there?
Yes.
We should probably go and try and talk to them, I guess.
Okay. So is it Beryl talking to them? Or are you all kind of crowding around?
I'd say we all are.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a second. Go look it up. Yeah, as you kind of move up to its cell, you can kind of see it. It doesn't flinch, but you can see it's noticed your presence, and it kind of slowly, you kind of as it like starts like slowly turning towards you, kind of hear this not words, but this kind of low, hollow kind of rasp as it kind of starts turning to face you. And like next to the door, you feel this weight almost, like the air feels heavy. It's almost like it's almost hard to breathe. You kind of feel it's almost like it's high gravity, but yeah. And as this thing kind of looks at you, you can see that it's this kind of withered, kind of black greyish skin, kind of dark pits for eyes, and this long, elongated jaw that just is this open maw, and it kind of presses its hands against the energy barrier, which you can see kind of like discolors around where it touches it, and almost seems to kind of like fluctuate a little bit.
Okay. Yes, I try and engage in negotiations. Say, greetings. Who are you?
It kind of makes this kind of unintelligible, kind of like hissing noise, almost like.
I'm going to call him Creepy Boy. I turn to Dale, and also Anala and Turu. I don't actually know how to say the other two's names.
Nalu is correct for the elf. Tropos is the other guy's name.
Have any of you encountered a being like this before? I admit I have not.
Most of them, actually, I don't know. Maybe Nalu might have heard of it, but Kine is also going to make a roll. So. Okay, yeah. Kind of, Nalu takes like a step back, and Kainir kind of frowns and kind of closes his eyes for a second, and opens them, and you can see the kind of silver irises that are splintered with these colours flash white for a second. And he says, "Whatever that is, it's undead." It's,
Good.
and yeah, like Nalu's like that. That's some. Seems to be. I don't know. It's something to do with Orcus.
Who?
You've not heard that name before, I don't think. Most people wouldn't. But yeah, you can feel kind of this radiating presence of that's kind of like trying to like. Seems to be like it doesn't. It seems to be dampened by this energy shield, but it's like kind of not clawing, but like trying to slowly erode away your life force.
That's not good at all.
As you see it kind of press its hand up against the wall, you see the kind of energy shield, which is previously this kind of bluish kind of coloured shimmering shield, kind of like starts to like tinge and turn red and flicker as it kind of presses its hand up against the door, and you can see that the energy panel like starts to flicker as well, and the glass in it slowly starts to fracture.
Better and better. We should probably
Run.
no. We should probably take quite a few steps back and ready for combat.
Why would you want to fight this thing?
Because it's going to hunt us down anyway, probably.
James gets it.
Oh my god. We need to, like, chill.
You cannot chill. There are things to kill.
To do beforehand.
I am. Oof. Hold on. There's a good spell I can use.
Also, like looking around the kind of edges of its cell, you can see like the metal kind of like panel walls, where it's touched, are kind of like rusted black.
This isn't a reference to an SCP.
Not as far as I'm aware.
Because
Sounds
there's
similar
an
to
SCP.
one.
Can't remember exactly what his number is.
Was
Or
it?
the old man.
Yeah, I think it was 106. The old man. I think.
And that
I
sounds
can show
right.
you a picture if you want.
Okay, I'll get a picture of the old man.
I think he's 106.
Yeah, this is definitely not. It's not a reference I've made. I don't think it's a reference D&D's made either.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, 106 is the old man.
Oh, that's almost as terrifying as the old man, in all honesty.
Ugh.
Hold on.
Are you on about the goopy old man? Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, there aren't any monsters that have been officially made for D&D that are references to SCPs.
Okay. Just
I was about to say, because that thing can travel through walls and everything. It has its own pocket dimension.
And
It
106
does.
is
Too
one of the
I don't
scary
like
ones.
the man. My favourite
I
is 682.
doubt any of yous would want to go against that old man.
No.
Because that is a lot more like deadly and just outright terrifying than that thing.
Apart
Like
from
just
containment
straight
procedures
up.
for it is to literally break someone's leg and just leave it for.
And also just to put in lead as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the other part.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Anyway, back to D&D.
Yeah, back to DD. I am preparing a second level chromatic orb.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll just be ready with Star Splinter. I guess.
Can you please stand closer to him, please?
Sure.
Maybe Kainen and Bale. Because we need a front line and a back line.
I'll be in the back line.
Yeah, you see kind of Dale and Kainir are kind of like standing protectively in front of you guys. Kainir, you see kind of radiant energy curl up the glaive, and Dale ignites her crystal sword, the hardlight blade, and also draws her pistol.
All right. I'm going to have Smith an arrow as well.
Yeah, Reaver I think is going to prepare to. I'm not sure if she's got any charges left from Thrasma actually, so she's probably going to use a bow, I imagine.
Oh, an energy rifle.
She gave the energy rifle away to the captain,
Okay. Oh, yeah.
along with most of the rounds. Yeah, you kind of hear this kind of like rasping cacophony of whispers arise from the chamber, and you can see the light in the ceiling overhead kind of starts to flicker and then cracks, leaving the chamber in darkness. Your area is still lit, but the cell itself is filled with shadows, and you can see kind of like this roiling, almost kind of flame-like black shadow kind of starts circling around this creature, and you can see the entire energy shield start to kind of crackle and bend and like shift towards red, and then eventually shatter as you see kind of the door panel also kind of sparks and then kind of deactivates as this creature walks into the room. I'm going to roll this for everyone.
Do we take our prepared actions first?
You will do. That's going to happen in a bit, but I want to get the turn order down first.
I got 14.
Lucifer, initiative.
Yeah.
Use my red dice for this boy.
Oh,
Of course.
Dude, what the fuck?
well, red dice are scary. I mean, something's going to go wrong.
Definitely.
Okay, and alright. What the fuck?
Someone
guys?
dropped out.
They both rolled a 5. Tom's back.
Mhm.
If you left us, actually gonna fight this thing, I swear to God.
Man, I mean, this is an optional fight. You went up and talked to him, so
Exactly. It's completely optional.
Fight!
No!
Yes!
Okay, and then Dale and Kainir. Motherfucker. For a second there, I thought they'd roll the same thing as well. I was like, what the fuck is going on? But no. Alright. So, Dale got a... What the fuck is her initiative bonus? +3. Oh no, +2. Kindness +2 as well. Good to know. So... Tom, what did you get on initiative?
Tom,
Is he muted again?
Thomas.
Yeah, he's muted again.
muted.
Less than good.
Yeah, my Discord's been having a time. I've just connected about 5 times in the last few minutes. That's cool. Alright, okay. So we're overall initiatives, did you say?
Yes.
Right. Okay, I got... Oh! Cool, I got a nat 20, so that's initiative 26.
Damn! And who else was there? Oh yeah, Lucifer at 4. Still going last.
All of, like, again.
Alright. So, any ready actions? Go off now.
Right, that's my chromatic orb at 2nd level,
Attack roll.
20 plus
And I'm guessing it's fire.
23.
23 definitely hits.
That's 8. 48 actually.
Yeah.
20.
Good boy. Nice. Yeah, you watch as this, you kind of fire out this kind of flaming mote in its direction, which kind of blasts in the side, but you see as the shadows kind of consume part of the fire, and doesn't seem to be as harmed.
Right.
Who else had ready actions?
Smith.
Well, I can't really have a ready action, can I, I guess?
You can ready action attack.
Well,
That means you have to be close to it.
I was at the front, so
You were, yeah.
I was probably... Yeah. Can I attack it then?
You can, yeah.
Alright, so can I rage for this, by the way?
I would say not this turn, because unless you want, well, sure, fuck it, might as well.
Alright, okay, I'm gonna rage. I'm not gonna reckless attack it yet. Alright. I rolled a 23. So that's another hit. Okay. Damage. 56, 4, second, 5, 10, 16, and I'm going to spend a charge. So
Okay.
2 charges left. I got a 1, so 17 damage.
17 damage. Your blade kind of cleaves in, and like the blazing star metal scars its skin as it makes this kind of horrible wailing, rasping noise as you kind of cut into it.
Good.
Good.
Alright. And so you said Smick had ready action to shoot.
Yep. Does he get advantage?
Kruger's next to him, so sure.
So that. Roll that twice. Natural 20.
16 hits.
Uh,
Oh yeah. Yeah, 26 hits as well. Oh shit, that was a crit. Wow.
Yep.
So yeah, that is maximum damage, then roll again.
That's
So lose
12
a D8 for him.
damage.
So it's like...
Yeah. Okay, does the maximum damage include the bonus? Just the dice roll.
So basically, so it'd be 12 and then roll a d8.
8. Is it another +4?
No, but you did
Okay,
roll
so
max damage on a crit.
That's 20 damage.
Yeah, it is.
That is 20 damage. Ah.
Unfortunately,
Did more
like
damage
whilst
than
this
me.
thing kind of like thuds and hits like straight between like a pair of like ribs that you can see
Mhm.
its cloak, it is not. The shadows kind of cling to the arrows it sinks in. It doesn't seem to be as effective.
Okay.
Reaver shot as well and missed. Kaine is going to use his action to activate a thing. You kind of watch as his. I think you watch as his skin shifts from this kind of. So yeah, you can see like the runic tattoos on him that were previously kind of like dim, like flare into life, and then you watch as his skin shifts into this kind of like starlight night sky, and his eyes blaze with light, but he doesn't move yet. We just take the tick damage, so. Where is this fucking sheet? I believe 2.
Believe in a thing called love. Na-na-na-na-na-na.
God damn it.
Oh. Had to. Was compelled by otherworldly forces.
Sure. Okay. Dale's gonna just take a shot at him. With Torellin. Where's the D20? Alright. That misses, unfortunately. You see the shot go wide as it kind of like it brings up its hand and kind of like bats the energy bolt to the side.
Wow.
Does Nalu have a ranged attack, or is it purely melee? Because melee. Okay, so she can't do anything just yet. She's not going to get close to this thing if she can help it. Right. So that is the end of your quote-unquote surprise round. Unless Lucifer, actually Lucifer wanted to do something, didn't he?
Nah, I've got literally like nothing.
Okay. In that case, we're going to go straight into the initiative order. Crooked, is your turn.
Yeah, of course. Right. I will reckless this time, I think. Alright then. Actually, I'm sort of thinking because I do have a +6. I'm with something like this. I don't know if I want to.
So, oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna need. So first of all, I'm gonna need anyone that can see the thing's eyes to make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Doesn't that mean all of us?
You're all looking at it, so yes. Currently.
I got a 19.
Why do you do this?
Okay, so you're gonna pass.
I got a 15.
I'm gonna get a 2.
Holy shit! I rolled 2 crits on my saving throws.
Wow.
11.
Does Mick just have a +3 for?
I believe so. Yeah.
The dice were rigged all along.
Yes, it's
10. Oh,
Okay,
me
I'm
and
also gonna roll
Smith
for
are
Reaver as
screwed.
well. Need more fucking dice, man.
It'll have been worth it in the end.
It won't
She'll
be
wait.
because I
She'll wait
never,
and see.
Reaver passes as well. Smick
never even
and Lucifer
consented to it.
fail. unfortunately. Okay, so I actually think this was this. Okay, so there's only Krook for now, but keep hold of those saving throws.
Oh wait, did I fail?
No, you succeeded.
Right. Okay.
But I think all of you failed except for Spicken and Lucifer, so that'll happen on your turn. But
All right. Also, before I don't know whether I want to reckless because I've got a feeling this thing is rather deadly, and I don't want to give them advantage whilst I might still hit them because I do get 6 to hit.
yeah, so you're actually Krook, you're fine. You passed. So yeah.
I'm not going to reckless again. However, I will be frenzying my bonus action. I did it last time, so I will get my extra attack now. Then.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So first one. Yep. I was on level 1 before because we did it almost a while ago, so I'll be on level 2 after this.
Yeah.
Okay. Isn't level 2 half movement? Isn't it?
You can look it up.
I always forget this. Actually, no, I wrote this down somewhere, didn't I? I know. Anyway, I'll check it later because I did write this down.
If you check bot chat, you can see.
Yes. Right.
Yes.
Okay. I got a 23 to hit anyway.
Hits.
Okay. Damage. Oh, a 1 plus a 2. That is That is only 10 damage. I am, however, I can't try. So you know, blinding. Does that work? In reaction to an attack roll?
So you can either do it as a bonus action or as a reaction to an attack roll against you, or against someone else in the area.
Alright, okay, I'm going to save that. I'm on 2 charges. I'm not going to spend a charge. That is just 10 damage. However, I get another attack now because of Frenzy. Okay. This time round, I got a 16 this time.
16 to hit is a hit.
Right, good. Okay. I got a 6, the first d6, and the second one I got 5, 12. That'll be 18 damage second time round.
18. Good job. Hang on, I need my calculator real quick. I can't add. Alright. Cool. So, is that in your turn?
Yes, it is because that was bonus action.
Okay.
Oh well,
so,
actually, no. Can I move away? No, I can't actually because if I move away, I won't be able to hit it next turn, will I?
it'll also get an attack of opportunity against you if you move.
All right, no, I won't. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. So. Yep. Alright. So you take 5 necrotic damage.
Cool.
As you see this kind of aura of annihilation tears away your life force.
All right.
As you end your turn.
Does everyone take, or is it just me? Just me this one.
Currently, it's whether they. So you've ended. Basically, this happens when you end your turn within a certain range of this guy. And currently, you're the only person that's taken a turn yet. So.
All right. Okay. 27 HP left.
It is now the Bodak's turn. You've attacked it, so he's gonna come and get you.
Can I try and blind it now then?
It depends on what thing he uses. I think he's actually going to use his Withering Gaze.
Because I think blinding might be a good idea. He seems to do things with his eyes.
Trying to use his actually. Yeah, he wants to kind of. He's just trying to steal the life force. Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I got an 18.
Okay, you pass, so you take half damage. This thing looks at you, and you can feel, kind of, it gets like harder to breathe. You feel kind of like your blood races through your veins, but also kind of like it you feel this kind of deep-seated pain in your chest, and that is. Gotta get my dice. And one more. Okay. So that is. So you take 11 damage, which is necrotic.
Okay.
That's its turn. Okay.
16 HP left.
So after the Bodek's turn, Burial, it's your go. And yeah.
I'm going to put a bonfire below it.
Out of interest,
On that earlier.
are you averting your eyes, or are you still looking at this thing?
I mean, I kind of need to be able to see it to cast spells. So I guess I am.
In that case, I'd like you to make a Constitution save throw.
Oh. 13.
13 passes, and nothing happens to you.
Right.
Alright, so it makes a dex save for the bonfire. Which it passes with 21. It kind of looks down and just kind of glares at you with its death gaze.
Not amused.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I can't do anything else.
Okay, you're going to take 5 necrotic damage
Snap.
as its aura of annihilation tears away at your life force.
Snap.
This, what you can gather from this, this is obvious to everyone. This thing is deeply powered with negative energy and seems to be a well of kind of undeath and trying to bring you closer to the grave. Its mere presence is slowly killing you. So, Dale, I think, does she feel lucky? Or is she gonna
Feeling lucky, punk.
Ooh. She can do that without looking. So she might do that. Who knows? You watch as kind of Dale closes her eyes and kind of focuses in on the blade, and she's going to swing in she's going to swing in twice with disadvantage. That is first one misses. Second one also misses. Without being able to see, she is not as adept as she would usually be. And yeah, she's currently swings in twice, but the Bodak manages to deftly step to the side. Does she have a bonus action she can do? Yes. So you watch as after doing that, she kind of turns, and then you can see her kind of tap a device on her hip, and then you can see she shunts kind of 3 times towards the back of the group, the opposite end of the room. You see leaving kind of blue, pink, and purple after images as she goes, and then she kind of skids 5 feet to a stop at the opposite end. She is currently out of the range of the aura, so she doesn't take extra damage, but she's still averting her eyes. That's the end of her turn. Kaine almost always rolls directly after her for some fucking reason. He's gonna go now. And yeah, he's just gonna go ham, I think. Alright. So yeah, he swings in. He's gonna swing in with the glaive twice. But he is still looking. One of them's a fucking crit, which is good going, because he's got a lot of dice. So he's he's gonna use Divine Fear on this one, and this second one's gonna be a normal attack, I think. Alright. So I've gotta get my calculator out. Similar to the like how Krook's sword kind of would this thing without and kind of ignored any like necrotic resistance it had. Kaine's weapon also cuts straight through its defenses.
Okay.
Alright, and so that is 10 and a d6. And fuck it, he's gonna use his bonus action as well, I think, to make a third attack.
Isn't he a zealot? Kaine?
He is, yeah. However, the third attack which he makes with the butt of the glaive, the bodak kind of definitely deflects to the side. So that is 9 plus, what is the thing? Man, I'd like, what the fuck is this thing? Okay, there's another. Alright, so that's 33 damage on the first hit. And then, fuck me, okay. Calm down, kinda. Okay. So yeah, you see this as this, he kind of slices in twice with this glaive, kind of spinning it around. Astral fire, kind of licking off the edge of the blade, and it cuts through into the bodak, cutting off most of its fucking hit points. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Nice.
God damn. I forget that kind is like specifically like actually pretty good at fighting undead.
For us.
And then okay. Alright. It also takes an additional 3 damage from the radiant flame around him. Actually, hang on, did he have... Fuck me. I forget. This is the reason why I made this build, but at the same time, what the fuck? He's done an additional 5 damage, and also, at the end of his turn, both Krook and Bodak take 3 radiant damage, and he takes, like, 1.
Okay. Right. Well, leaves me on 13 HP.
Yeah, similar to how the Bodak has this kind of annihilating aura, Kaine has this radiant aura around him that seems to be burning things around him, as his light kind of pours out of him.
Does it just do that to everything?
Yeah, he can't really choose, unfortunately, and you're the only person in melee with this thing. Actually, no, he's fine. He's standing 10 feet back, so you don't take the damage. You can take that 3 off. He's attacking from 10 feet away. Because the glaive is a long ass fucking weapon. Alright. So, at the end of his turn, he's going to make a save against the Bodak's thing. Because looking at it, he passes. But he does take 5 points of damage from the Aura Annihilation, which he's resistant to, so he takes 2 damage from that. God fucking damn it. This man. He's calmed down. Reva and Smick. I think Reva's gonna shoot this thing because she doesn't wanna... Is she gonna risk? I'm making a insight check for Reaver, which is 15. Okay, she knows this thing's gonna potentially fuck her up if she fails the saving throw. So, what's the saves like though? Not great. Oh. She's gonna avert her eyes. She's gonna blind fire. But she rolled the same both dice and hits. So she's gonna sneak attack with the bow because Krook's next to the guy, which I believe is like 3d6. Alright. There's 8 halved to 4. As again the arrow sinks in, but the creature seems to kind of shrug off the damage. Smick.
I think Smick is going to copy his queen and try and do a fanfare as well.
Alright.
Just be a straight shot.
It would be, yeah.
E.
18 hits.
7 damage.
11 damage, which is halved because of the resistance, so that is 5 damage. Still decent. Whilst it's difficult to tell injury on this thing, it's definitely slowing down. Lucifer. Actually,
Yeah.
both of them would take damage. However, Smick. So I need Smick to make a con save. DC 5.
20 plus 3. 16.
Okay, he doesn't lose a health level. He's fine. And Reaver just takes 5 damage. So she's on a little bit lower because I think she healed up from the short rest. Alright. Lucifer, it's your turn. Are you averting your eyes?
I can't really do much without like not looking at it, so yeah.
Okay, so you're not averting your eyes?
I'm not going to, no.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
This is gonna suck. I bloody do it.
Okay. Oh god, okay.
So you basically die.
You think well, you joke.
Exactly my point.
If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is reduced to 0 hit points.
For God's sake. Well, it's 5 or more, and I got 6, so...
The DC is 13, and you failed by, like, 8, 107. So, yeah, you guys
Bye,
watch
guys.
as the Bodak kind of turns its gaze on Lucifer. You watch kind of, like, his, the life force leave his body as he falls to the ground, unconscious.
Wait, is that just like an instant, like, incapacitate move?
Instant death.
Yep.
Jesus.
You basically have to roll. What would it be? You have to roll lower than. You have to like roll an 8 or lower, I think.
Right,
Or like 7
okay.
or lower, something like that. So
Which I don't actually think is possible for me. I don't
No.
think I can ever be instantly down by this.
it has a regular effect
Oh,
and a
you
invocable
okay.
bad effect. So,
Right.
so at the end of your turn, Lucifer, I need to make a death saving throw.
Oh, lovely. Do you plus anything with a death saving throw? I'm pretty sure this is my first time doing one.
It's just a flat roll, unless you've got
Okay.
anything that adds to saving throws.
Fuck. 15.
Hey.
15. That's one pass. And you win 30 feet of it. So instead of taking damage, you take one automatic fail.
God's sake!
This thing is built to fucking kill people, man. It's like its sole purpose in existence, not even live.
I
I
am
did
going
forget-
all out with like my next character. Jesus Christ.
I forgot Tropos and Nello, so Tropos is definitely gonna go and stab this guy. And hopefully do some bone.
Y'all better kill it before like I get another fail or something. Jesus.
Okay. Cool. Luckily, Tropos is a swordmaster, so he's going to stab this boy up. He hits. That's definitely a hit. So he deals 2d8 plus 4 plus 2 actually. So oof, he rolled low. That is 6 damage, and he's going to cause a gaping wound.
Not a gaping wound.
So you watch as he kind of cleaves into this thing. He's going to make a con save first, though, which he passes, thankfully, because he's still looking. He cleaves into this thing, and you watch this kind of like you can kind of see the desiccated bone beneath, but this kind of black Icarus fluid starts pouring out from this creature's side. At the end of his turn, he takes 5, so he's going to make a saving throw, which he passes. So he doesn't lose a health level. Melu is also going to come up and stab him.
Yeah.
Misses, unfortunately. And she also makes a save. 2 saves. First one against the Death Gaze, second one against the Annihilating Aura. Death Gaze is fine. Annihilating Aura.
Oh damn! I
Saves,
I
which is
forgot.
fine.
Has the I forgot what it's called. The thing been making dex saves for the bonfire?
I think it missed 1 save, so I'm going to make that now.
Okay,
It got a 17.
it's passed then.
So that's their turn. Krook, is your turn.
Oui,
Are you
oui.
going to a virtual gaze?
No.
Mind you can reckless and roll straight if you close your eyes.
This is true. That is a good point. I will do that. Yeah. Yeah, sure. So, just saying, you know, for have they not really been attack rolls? What it's been doing?
It's only actually had 1 turn yet, I think.
Right. Okay.
So you've seen it like stare real hard at you, and it hurt.
All right. I'm going to look away. I am going to reckless as well. So straight roll. I got a 10. That'll be a 16.
Hits.
Just right. Okay. First d6. A 3. Second one. A 3. 7. 13. Yeah. 13 damage on the first attack. Okay.
13 damage. Nice.
Second attack. This time I got an 11. I'm guessing that misses.
11 misses, yeah.
Oh. Yep. That's me done then.
Alright. So the damage was the first attack was 16, right? Or 13?
13. 13.
6 hard, that's 3. Sorry, I gotta work at this thing's health real quick. Okay, it's still kicking. Just a fucking about. Alright. At the end of its turn, Krook, or rather your turn, you're going to take 5 necrotic damage
Okay.
from its annihilating aura.
Could have ran.
It's now its turn,
Could have
so it's going to make another save
anything
against the
else.
bonfire, which is a 6 plus 3, which I'm guessing fails. It's a 9.
It does. That's a 1d6 then.
1d8, isn't it? Or is that different?
1d8.
Blaming you, James.
1d8. 6.
6. That is half to 3.
At
Consumes
least
the
that-
flames.
At least I'm kind of doing damage repeatedly.
I will tell you now, it is resistant to fire damage.
Yeah, I figured. I will make up an alternate strategy.
Yeah. It also appears to be resistant to non-magical physical attacks. On its turn, I think it's just going to try and punch Kynir, I think.
I like how this thing is literally so evil. Just locking eyes with it will kill you. And
And
it
then it
punches
just does a
people.
normal punch.
Yeah.
Is it a normal punch, though? That's the
Oh
question.
no!
Or does it punch Krook because he's reckless attacked?
It's the goddamn Thanos punch. As soon as it punches you, you just dissipate.
I'm going to
Very
roll a
fun.
d4. 1, 2 is Krook, 3, 4 is Kynir. It's Krook. Okay, it's going to punch you.
All right, I'm gonna try and blind him then.
Alright, so that makes a saving throw, correct?
Yeah, give us a sec. I've wrote this down. Star Splinter. All right, okay.
DC 14.
DC 14, yeah. Const
Alright.
save. Constitution.
So it's 12 plus 2, 14, it passes.
Ah, the bastard.
So it doesn't have disadvantage. So first roll was a 24 to hit. Did he crits?
Yeah.
He rolls 19 again,
hit.
what the fuck? Okay. So he definitely hits you. And he's going to deal some damages.
What type of damage is this, Jake?
So some of it is bludgeoning, but some of it's necrotic as well, so I'll tell you those separately.
Right.
So you take 4 bludgeoning damage halved to 2. And then you also take an additional 12 necrotic damage.
Yeah, that downs me. Oh, it doesn't? No, hold on. Stone skin. I still have it.
Nice.
Alright, so it's 12. So it's 12 plus 2, yeah?
Yes, so 14.
Okay. 12 plus 2. Okay, right. I rolled an 8. Well, got a 4 plus 4. So that'll be 8, which means I still take 4 damage.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm on 7 HP.
Yeah, as it kind of punches into you, you see the skin around you, kind of like your veins kind of turn black, your skin
Oh,
kind of
that's
like
nice.
withers a little bit.
Cool.
That's the end of its turn. Burial. It's your turn again.
Just submit to it already. Just die.
No, I will not submit. I will continue fighting until this thing is dead.
What if it can't die?
And we have a problem.
Exactly! We could have ran!
I'm going to use Magic Missile as a second level spell.
Alright. So that's 4d4 plus 4. I believe it's one extra bolt per level, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Magic missile.
4d4 plus 4. On roll.
Exclamation mark.
4d4 plus 4. 16.
Nice. What does a magic missile look like for burial, by the way?
It's a standard like magical crystal, I guess.
Any color or like just?
Ed.
All right. Yeah. So you see these 4 red bolts kind of fly out, kind of, and slam into this thing, which kind of hisses. This thing is looking like you can see kind of like parts of it are like melting into shadow now. It seems to be pretty wounded. Also, I forgot, it also rolls. It's wounded, so it's bleeding. This ichor.
Ooh.
So it takes 3 damage and makes a con save. From which I think it passes. What is this? What is the fucking save DC on this though? God damn it!
That wasn't how I was expecting that to go at all. I thought you was asking him what colour it was, not for description or anything like that, just because, oh, this thing's immune to colour.
Can you fucking
Red?
imagine?
No.
Okay, it's DC 13, so it passes.
That would be an Eldritch level monster, I feel like.
No, if this was like a Lightbringer campaign, then maybe, but it's not. That'd be cool though. I'd like to run a Lightbringer campaign at some point. I'm not sure I'd be equipped to do that, but still.
A what campaign?
Lightbringer.
I don't know what that is actually.
It's a book series.
Okay.
Which is the whole world is like bounced around color magic. It's a very cool series. Alright, so yeah, that's the end of his turn. And Barry the magic missile it. So oh yeah. Forgot about that. It is not looking happy.
Good.
However, the kind of gaping wound that was kind of like leaking this black ichor kind of clots and stops bleeding. It's Dale's turn. She is going to run up and probably try and just stab it, I imagine. However, she is going. Oh yeah, burial. First of all, I don't think you need to see to. Do you need to be able to see to cast Magic Missile?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna make a con save.
We're all on the. So... Oh, damn, that was the wrong chat completely. Oh, 1d20 plus 4.
Oof. So, because you already rolled the damage for the magic missile, we're going to say this happens after that. But you got a 6, which means you drop to 0 hit points and are unconscious. And I need you to make a death save.
Damn it. Miss.
Okay, that's 1 failure.
Isn't that? I was about to say, isn't that 2 failures? If he's like close to him.
Because the annihilating aura gives you another extra fail.
Oh, how the tables turned!
Oh.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah,
Damn it!
As the Bodak kind of stares into your eyes, you kind of feel the life force ripped from you. But as you're kind of like not you're dying, actually, you're not dead yet. But as you kind of collapse to the floor, you kind of like release these 4 bolts of red energy from your chest, which kind of slam into it in this kind of retributive strike.
Isn't it nice having high constitution though? Isn't it just dandy?
That's
Usually,
the main thing that's keeping Crook alive at this point.
Yes, it is.
Right.
I'm starting work on my artificer.
Don't start when we've actually saved your life a bunch of times, Crook. Just saying.
It's Dale's turn.
So Burial's on 2 fails, isn't she?
Uh-huh.
Barrel's on 2 fails, yes. So the next roll could kill her.
On the next
wrestled in the
turn,
fight.
you know.
Alright, so... Okay. Is she gonna bother with shooting it? Or is she just gonna fucking stab it? I think she knows to stay away from Kaine, because he's hella flaming at the moment. So I think she's just gonna... She fires 2 shots from Torellum from the back. That's the first one with her eyes closed, which misses, I think. 14, yeah. And then misses again, so she can't hit for shit! Fuck! Okay. She's currently not within the aura though, so she's fine. Oh, actually, she wouldn't have disadvantage on that because she's not within the death gaze range. So, yeah, I think that does actually fucking hit. What the fuck? Okay,
Got it.
it hits 1 attack.
Oh.
So that is a D8 plus 3, so 10 damage, which is not halved. This thing is nearly dead. Okay. It's Kaine's turn. He's going to attempt to attack again. He's going to reckless with his eyes closed, so he can do straight rolls. He's going to attack 3 times. I think. Yeah, so 1 attack with the glaive hits. 1 attack with the butt of the glaive hits, but the second attack misses. 3rd attack and 1st attack hit. So he's going to roll some damages. Alright. Plus... Okay, I forget how heavy Kaine hits sometimes. Like, holy shit. And then the second hit is just D4 because it's the end of the staff, not actually a blade. She rolls a 1 on, so that's 5.
Did it do its 7
He does have to make a con save. Which... Ooh, let's take a look. Luckily, he has a decent bonus to. There's a 9, which is a fail, but not within the instant death range. So he's going to take some psychic damage. He kind of roars in pain as he stares this thing down. Holy fuck! I rolled 18. Okay. Okay, so Kaine kind of clutches his head and you can see kind of this white shining blood kind of like trickle from his nose and ears and from the corners of his eyes. Alright. And he is within range of the thing, so he takes another 2 damage. Leaving him on 29 hit points. At the end of his turn, though, the Bodak takes 3 damage from the radiant damage of him standing next to him. And it is surprisingly advantageous for the Bodak to punch Krook and not Kaine, because if it approaches Kaine, he can use a reaction to fucking twat it,
Oh.
which it hasn't done yet. but at the end of his turn, Tropos is also going to try and stab it again.
I think I've forgotten its name.
Bodak?
The Bodak. I think my bonfire is still there.
It's had like 2 turns, and we rolled twice, so I think we're up to date
Okay,
with that.
never mind then.
Because it succeeded twice and failed once, I think.
Alright.
And the time it failed was the round you went down. Alright, he's gonna attempt to stab it again. Swordmaster hits. That's another some damages. But most of this combat is just me rolling dice. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna deal another gaping wound. So it deals what's half of 13? 6. So 6 damage to it. And then he has to hit 2 con saves. Ooh, first one's not looking so great, but he's got +6 to it, so I think he's alright. Okay. Yeah, so the first one fails, second one succeeds. So, but he's going to make another save in case he takes any levels. So, what's the average damage on that? 16, so DC 16. Ooh, I think he fails. Okay, so he takes 1 health level. Ooh, oh no. Okay.
That's it.
I think he takes
Oh, no.
number of health levels equal to the number of dice. Need to check the rules real quick. That could be bad. Da-da-da-da. Yep, they lose 1 health per die damage. Okay, so Tropos is down. Unfortunately, he clutches his head, and actually, hang on, is he resistant to psychic damage? Real quick, I've got to check, because that would be real useful. I'm not sure he is. He probably isn't, but I want to check anyway. If any race were to be resistant, I feel like it would be Githyanki, but I'm not sure. Let's check. Features. I don't think he is. He might not be. Yeah, he's not. Okay. He goes down. So he's on the ground. Nalu's going to try and resuscitate him. Because otherwise this could be bad. For him at least. She succeeds, luckily. So she's not looking at the Bodak, she doesn't take the thing through, but she's going to take damage. Which is maybe saving throw again. She crits, she's fine. Alright, so Tropos is currently unconscious on the floor. Nalu's kind of crouched over him, trying to stabilize him, which he has done. Reaver and Smith.
What is that noise?
I don't know. It's Tom.
It's been happening
What
this
noise?
entire time.
It's like rubbing plastic.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm not doing anything.
Reaver's gonna blind fire again, I think. Because I think she's just got her eyes closed. She's like, I want to fucking look at this thing.
Does.
Which is a 9 plus 4, which I think actually misses, unfortunately. Combat. What's her bonus to hit? +4. Yeah, she misses. Okay. It's unfortunate. Smick.
Sneaky boy. He's also going to try and blind fire.
Alright.
Question: if the blind farm misses, do you have a chance to hit someone else?
Unless it's a nat 1, no.
25.
25 hits. All damage.
Indicate. 4, 5.
5, okay.
The
that's
lowest
halves
damage
to
occurred.
2. Because of resistances. Okay. Lucifer, make another death save.
If I fail this one, I'm dead. So
Ooh,
Well, no, if you fail this one, if you did it as a nat 1, you're
no,
fine.
I'd fail it because if I fail this one, I've also taken another fail for being
That's
close
true.
to it. So I would be dead. I'm dead. Oh no!
Okay.
This
This is your fault, G.
Look, it was escaping it was escaping its cell anyway.
We
Would have had
could
to fight
have
it
ran.
eventually.
We didn't have to look at it. We could have just kept going and running, like I was saying.
I'm trying to think
You
if there's anything
killed
that would
Lucifer.
have stopped this from happening, but no.
It's
If
even
I'm-
worse because if you fail this one and you do not get out of the way, no matter what, you're gonna die too. So if someone doesn't kill it, we are like down by half the party.
Hang on, I need to look at something real quick.
Good time.
Double check reactions, man, because there might be something that someone can help me with. Okay.
Get Crook to, I don't know, freaking throw you because I'm dead.
Steph leaves one session and the entire group
I know.
dies.
Because of someone.
Amazingly, it wasn't me. Like it
I
normally
know!
is.
Surprisingly, Crook's been the one that's actually been helping.
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, shit. Hang on. Then, okay. Okay. This is unlikely to work. But it might.
Good Lord.
Okay. So, there is a reaction that Kainia has to someone hitting someone going down, which I've forgot about because it's right at the bottom of his sheet. He can attempt to make an attack roll against the creature that did it if it's within a certain range.
Oh, that would have been helpful.
So I'm wondering. Fuck me. I don't think it's. Is it even going to be enough to kill him though? That's the thing. Because he's not going to get his bonuses because it's not in this turn.
I'm gonna come back with my paper airplane monk and just like throw stuff at Burial constantly.
Man.
If I'm dead, don't think of that.
Yeah, if you're dead, fair enough. Good on you. You deserved it.
Oh, hold on.
Actually,
Back. Have we saved everything yet?
No, it's not even been like a minute before.
okay. So I'm gonna make a roll, and
Save us. Well, save them.
well, there's a thing that might happen because I need to check my notes because I wrote this down like a million years ago. I don't think Kaya's ability would apply now, unfortunately, because you're already unconscious. And I completely fucking forgot about it anyway, so not a wreck on that. But I need to check back to some notes from like a month ago. Because oh shit. I swear to fucking god if this is the thing. If I wrote this down and it works, we'll see. We'll fucking see. There's a
That
very, very
life
slim chance that
is in
Lucifer
your
might not
hands.
die, but it is heavily stacked against you.
I know.
Okay. We'll see. Okay. Okay. So,
That's a no.
I rolled a 93. I need to look at some tables, real quick. Because this might potentially save Lucifer from dying. We don't know. I doubt it. We'll see what the chances are.
Well, if you doubt it, and you're the one setting it up.
Where's the fucking table? It's basically okay.
At least this time, if I am re-rolling a character, I can actually plan it out just a bit. Because, Jesus, nothing made sense with Lucifer.
Okay.
That was kind of his thing, wasn't it?
Exactly. And it was hard to keep track of.
So, I basically made a concordance roll for you, and the total I got with your bonuses isn't going to summon a servitor under these circumstances, but it will give you a bonus dice that you can add to that failed save. Like I said, I'm not sure if you can roll high enough, but there's a chance. You get 2d4, and you get to add them to the d20 roll that you made, the 3.
Oh, God.
And if you get 10 or over, your 2 death saves, not 3.
So if I put roll
3 to 4 to 4 to 4.
now I add it. Yeah?
Yeah, just roll 2d4.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. Well,
Yay!
Double
this was
one.
dead.
It was 9 as well. I got double 1. 5, yeah.
I'm
I
quite
read
sorry.
the 2 and 3.
Okay.
Even with the gods helping me. Done.
I mean, basically, yeah, that was that as a kind of like last ditch attempt to keep you alive. Unfortunately, Lucifer is dead. And
it's all Burial's fault.
yeah, so
If
as
you don't die now, I'm going to get so salty and I will purposely get a character just to kill him.
So,
Okay.
so Lucifer, as this kind of aura of annihilation erodes away the last part of your life force, holding your body and your soul, suddenly you wake up. Around you, everything is kind of stopped. The world is kind of frozen. And as you kind of stand up, you look down, and you can see the kind of partially withered corpse that was your body beneath you. And standing next to you is a large figure, tall, dark robes, hooded, but peering out from beneath the cowl is a skull, and you can see 2 pinpricks of blue light burning in its eye sockets. It holds a scythe
Oh.
This is great.
And it doesn't like open its mouth, but in your head, you kind of like it makes your way to your head without the use of your ears because you don't have any. It says, "Hello."
Oh, what? Okay.
Also,
Just a
I should point out,
death coming up.
due to a lack of glands, you feel remarkably calm given the situation.
Yeah, given the situation, death just chilling out and saying hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And yeah, you see kind of there's like this thin silver cord that's kind of like comes out from like the small of your back and kind of leads into your body, and he kind of like comes down and severs the cord. And kind of says, "It's time for you to leave."
Oh.
This is great. Don't even know how to react like Lucifer, though. I think he'd just accept it, like, okay.
Mildly disappointed.
Yeah, mildly disappointed. Like, I don't think he'd react like most people, where they'd probably be shitting themselves.
Out of interest, what does Lucifer think happens when you die?
He probably didn't even think about dying. I'm pretty sure he thought he was invincible.
Okay,
So,
let's phrase it differently. What is Lucifer's concept of the afterlife?
I guess he would have like changed because like obviously his whole concepts would have been like to be with Cthulhu, this, that, and the other. Freaking, I don't know, tentacles. For the jackal, I think in a deranged way, he'd want to like have an afterlife park where he'd take the jackal for walks.
Okay. So Death kind of like offers one skeletal hand to you, kind of gesturing you should like kind of take his hand.
Because
I want
go
to say
on,
something.
James, killer,
Sorry.
murderer, do something, I dare you. Square up.
Kind of want to say spit in his eye.
I
Also,
don't know. What
Also,
I
it's
was
death.
going to do,
It's Death. You really shouldn't, and he's too nice.
honestly, he is a nice guy. So I was going to like have Lucifer take his hand and just pull it in for a hug. Just straight up.
Yeah. So
Might as well hug death.
as you kind of like grasp his hand, you kind of feel this rushing sensation, and you kind of see kind of like the scythe is kind of like it's kind of like this almost translucent kind of texture that has like this kind of tiny pinpricks of light on it, and as you take his hand, the kind of starscape from that scythe kind of fills your vision, and then suddenly kind of like some of the lights kind of recoalesce in different patterns, and beneath your feet you are standing on a field, pink grass. The sky is kind of a dull orange in the sky. You can see you're kind of like in a slight valley, and in front of you there is a lake of, you presume, water, and in the center of it there's an island with a large black monolith in the center, and standing in the doorway to this thing, kind of light pouring through, is the silhouette of the jackal. And that's where we're going to leave Lucifer for now. We might come back to that in a bit.
Doggy.
So yeah.
That was a thing.
Yep. So no one
The
else
thing that
experiences
you
this.
caused.
You just realised that Lucifer has stopped breathing. Except for Burial, who's also unconscious.
Alright, well,
And
when
is
this
one
combat
turn away from dying.
when this combat ends, it's going to be interesting to see the reactions of the characters, isn't it? It'll be a funny
Wonder
one.
what Steph's gonna think.
That's true, yeah.
That you're an absolute moron.
God damn. Alright. So, Krook, it's your turn.
Cool. Alright. Another. I'll just attack it again. I don't particularly want to go down around this thing, to be honest with you. Although I'm only on 7 HP, so I think either way it's probably going to down me. So I am going to Reckless this time. I'm going to Reckless, and I'm going to look at it.
Okay.
Ow.
So
So
I'm
make a
going
Constitution
all
saving
in.
throw.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
nat 20.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay.
Of course he is.
Right. First attack roll. Okay, that's a 24 and a 12. So the 24 hits.
24 hits.
Right, it's just so I've got advantage, just so you know, so I was rolling for 2.
Yep.
Alright, okay. First d6. A 6. Second one.
Charges.
I'll spend my charge. I rolled double 6 for my damage.
Nice.
13, 19. So now the d4. I got a 4. 23 that is my max damage I can do at the moment with Star Splinter in one attack.
Nice. Give me a second, I need to calculate some things real quick. You kill it.
Yes!
How do you want to kill it?
Oh, right. This thing is it humanoid at all, this thing?
Vaguely. There's a picture of it in campaign chat.
Alright, let's have a good look at it. 'Cause I'm very much enjoying the monsters we're fighting at the moment. They're rather good. I quite like.
They are interesting.
Oh yeah, that face is cool. I like him. Oh yeah. Alright. Let's say like kick it to the floor, then like I kick its leg out, and then I chop its head off.
Okay. So you kind of slam your boot into its knee, which you hear a crack as it bends backwards, and it kind of collapses to the floor on one knee, and then looking up at you, kind of hissing, you kind of just bring the blade clean through its neck, severing its head. You see kind of the room visibly brightens. All the lights that were flickering beforehand kind of come back to life. And like you see kind of like a well of shadows kind of like evaporate from this creature as it falls back, and you can see it now just looks like a regular desiccated corpse. However, we're still in initiative order because Burial is dying.
Does Burial's... Oh, so sorry. No, don't matter.
So, that's your action, Krook. No one goes before Burial. Make a saving throw.
If you fail this one, join me in the afterlife.
I'm scared to press enter.
Join me.
Just say, this will be the first time I've ever got a character killed.
Well, you got 2 characters killed, but sure.
I mean, my own character.
Oh, so you're notorious.
Dean!
As if.
Okay, you're still alive. Alright, Dale, seeing that you're unconscious, she's going to try and help you. She doesn't have any of her stim packs left. I think they would actually kill you if you tried now.
Oh, shoot.
Because they do 1 damage before they heal you. Yeah, she's just going to try and medicine check on you. She's not proficient, but she is a little bit wise. That is a 12, which is enough to stabilize you.
Hooray!
Alive by the skin of your fucking teeth. Alright.
Am I on 1 hit point?
No, you're unconscious still.
Okay.
So that we're out of initiative. Yeah.
Sorry, Luke. I am sorry, Luke.
It's no big.
Alright,
I'm very glad there is distance between us.
Krook,
I
Krook
hype
had
it
a
up
very,
for the whole thing.
Just turn around,
but-
Luke standing behind you.
Krook had a very special relationship with Lucifer, so he's got some things to do.
I mean, so does Reva.
That's
No,
true.
no,
However,
a
I don't
different
want to roleplay Steph's reaction to Lucifer's death. Also, we're coming up to 5 o'clock, so I'm going to end the session there.
So
Sure.
we're gonna open the next one, and it's just gonna be like, so Lucifer's dead.
Nobody tell Steph.
His
Well,
corpse is
tell
right
Steph.
next to you.
Well, I just tell you what my plan is for Krook, because of his very special relationship with
So you're going to
Lucifer.
cut off his head?
Well, the plan was to laugh at him, spit on him, and cut off his head.
You're gonna have a
Why
hard time
me
doing that,
though?
Vanessa.
I'm the only
amazing.
one that actually had a decent relationship in the party with Krook.
No, he's
Excuse
not.
you.
Oh, Reva!
You spooned with me that one night. You deserve it.
Yeah, no. I think out of the NPCs, I don't think the new guys who picked up would have any reaction, but I think Dale would definitely have, she'd definitely kind of like try and kind of not do like last rites because she doesn't really like know what those would be for him, but she kind of like tidies him up a bit, like closes his eyes, and Kaina also kind of like respectfully kind of stands over him as well. But yeah, I think we're going to end the session there.
Oh,
That was actually a good
Jesus.
session.
It was. I mean, a death is definitely a good way to do that.
We're not telling Steph until next session. Please. I want to hear a reaction.
Man, the main reason why that thing is so dangerous is because it does something on every turn. Because it does things based off the end of your guys' turns and the start of your guys' turns.
Oh,
So
it's nasty,
it's a
that
pretty
thing.
brutal monster.
Horrible.
I did beef up
Looks
his HP
cool,
because I knew
though.
so many of you, but I think that ended up like kind of sealing the deal on like being so deadly.
How much HP did it end up having in the end with the buffed up HP? Was it over 100, I guess?
It was over 200.
Jesus.
The regular version I think has somewhere like around 100, but there's like literally 8 of you guys. So
Yeah, and
That's
plus
one
like me and like
We
me and
still almost
Kaine
died.
did a lot of damage to it.
yeah.
Anyway, with the what's going to be the funny thing is the contrast is like Kaine being a barbarian, being respectful, I'm going to spit on Lucifer. That's a nice contrast. Oh yeah, it's also for making me float all those times as well.
He did that. He think he did that to you like twice.
Yeah.
You're
but there you
floating
go.
the end.
But it lasted like an hour, both times.
I think I'm gonna stop the recording here.
Yeah, of
Judging
course.
afterwards, but this is yeah.
Alright.
I can't wait for Steph to listen through this podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's gonna be fun. Anyway,
she's gonna find out anyway.
yeah.
True.
Recording stopping now.